Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. We're going to start with a little bit of blurred background since we're going to go with the sunflower image. First we're going to start with our green and then our brown and our black. We're going to blend these guys together, just smudging it here and there. You could wet your fingertips if you want, just to make the smudging a lot easier. With paint pens, it's really cool to blend this way because they're easy to blend because it's paint. I'm using acrylic paint pens for this entire video pretty much. Later on, I am going to do a bit of inking over with just markers. I hope this is really easy for you guys and hope you have a lot of fun with it. Here I'm doing where sun rays will be coming through, so I'm going to add orange first. Then we're going to come back with a little yellow and go in between our orange and stuff. Smudge this in here first, a little bit more. I don't want anything to botch up, so I'm just blending everything in as much as I can. Here's my yellow we talked about. It's like a dark yellow, this one is. A little bit more here and there now. And you can pause this video as many times as you need. Here's another brighter yellow. This is where the sun rays peek through. You know how it does that little rounding line thing? Just a little brighter yellow. I applied just a little bit more. I waited till it was kind of dry more and then I smudged it, as you can see. So I'm going to leave that darker ray just in the middle of there. And now we come with white just to center each one of those dots. And again, blending it in. Now I'm coming back with orange to round it off. Just to give that like nice reflection look again. Now brown just to add definition. So we're black now, so for some leaves. I'm smudging this to give it another dreamy look. Nothing, I don't like anything hard per se. So I'm treating it like an airbrush, if you would. This is where our main sunflower is going to be. That's where that center stem and 4 leaves are going to be building off of. Now what I'm doing is coming back with green over every area I did black. And add a little bit more definition. I'm doing 2 tones of green. I'm keeping it dark for now. A forest green, and then I call it like a nasty green I'm adding on top of there. Now I'm adding my bright one. As you can tell, I'm constantly smudging because I want everything to blend. I don't want any hard edges or anything here. And I'm going to blend it in, except for when we define our edge of our leaves. That's where I'm leaving it to, I don't know, not smudge it as much. I'm coming with a tan. I'm going to come across the top where the sunlight will be hitting. So always keep the sunlight in mind. This is a little fuzzy wuzzy that's on the stems of sunflower. So I'm going to try to keep it realistic as possible. Remember, you don't have to keep it all perfect, but I don't know, I get into details a lot sometimes. So I'm just adding more and more layers of definition. So when I keep smudging it and adding more and more, I'm going with my green, back and forth, my green and my tan. Remember, pause this video as many times as you need. I sped it up so it would be a 10-minute video and edit it for you guys. Okay, again, I'm adding lines to define each leaf and where the sunlight would be hitting, touching. Back with my little bright green after my tan again. The top leaf now. And we are going to come back to this eventually and add a little bit more detail to these leaves, but for now, it's a really good tone. Now I'm going to do the outline for our actual sunflower, the petals. I'm going to fill all this guy in orange. Then we're going to come back with our yellow and do a bit of more of our petals. We're going to add more and more detail to this later, but for now, we're like offsetting our petals. Dark green behind it for the leaves, and then a little center. I like going with a darker brown, but I decided to go with that brown for this one, and then the green for the center, of course. Now this is a lot of dotting, a lot for like the seeds, the sunflower seeds right in the middle. I'm going more petals. Just another little nice yellow. Not too bright yet. We're going to bring in a bright one a little bit later. Here's our green again, defining the leaves. This is our bright yellow that we're using. This is where the sunlight touches the petals, and so that's what this yellow is mostly used for. So we don't want to exactly paint all of the petals as solid yellow, right? Because we're not going for cartoonish, we're going for realistic. So let's go along the edges and then define a lot of these. This orange, I love, it brings out a lot of life. The black dotting as well to help with the sunflower seeds. And then as you can see, I'm coming back to that bright yellow, just defining the edges of each petal. Not each, but at least some. Everywhere I think the sunlight is touching. And then my orange tint. Blend that in. This brown, I love using this for shadow work, defining each petal, if you must know. We're just going to go around almost every single petal with this guy. As you can see, the flower just screams and it's coming to life right here. More shadow work, blending. Blending is key. We're not adding too much. And get it all in there. This is an ink-based marker right here. I'm using a dark brown. Just because it doesn't, it's not really opaque, right? It's just adding like a nice tint. This one's paint again, just the center. My orange again. Now my bright yellow, defining these guys again. This would be really fun. And watch it just scream and come to life now. This is one of my favorite parts. It does get, I'm not gonna lie, it does get hard when you're doing it this way, but I don't know, I can't stress it enough. Just don't give up. Keep going at it. And it's not supposed to look like an exact, you know what I mean? If you're going off a reference photo, don't try to copy it. It's your thing. Art is alive. So make it yours. Now this one is a really bright white yellow. And we're just going across some of the edges here. This is definitely where the sun is like, everywhere the sun is literally touching, we want to just wet those petals. This is so fun. Art is supposed to be fun. Don't stress yourself out. Have fun with this. Pause this video as many times as you need. As many times. This is my orange marker. I'm inking it again. My yellow marker, inking that. And then I'm brought back my white just to highlight every sunspot I can. Like, let's exaggerate these sunspots, right? And we're not doing too much because we don't want to mess up everything we've worked so hard at. Right now I'm defining everything that I can with this white. Just giving it some more definition. Not too much because we don't want it cartoony, right? This is our fuzziness that sunflowers have along their stems. In the center of the sunlight again. I brought back the bright yellow and a little bit of blue. And just give a reflection of the sky. This is something I decided at the last minute to add this another glare. I just love that glare. You may not like it. You can do whatever you want, but I figured, I don't know, why not? So thanks for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed following along. I would love to see a picture of your sunflowers if you decide to draw. And yeah, please comment, share, like, and subscribe. Aloha. Thanks for watching.